Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this lesson we are going to understand the insertion of protein into the ER. So there are three ways to insertion of protein within the ER by co-translation process. Okay. So first one is insertion of membrane protein with the cleavable signal sequencing. And second one is insertion of membrane proteins via internal transmembrane sequencing. And third one is insertion of protein that span the membrane multiple times. Therefore, the first one is insertion of membrane protein with the cleavable signal sequencing, which were described in my previous video and link given in the description box. Please check and watch it. Hence, we understand the second way of to insertion of membrane protein via internal transmembrane sequencing. So the insertion of membrane proteins via internal transmembrane sequencing. Importantly, such internal transmembrane sequences can be oriented so as to direct the translocation either the amino or carboxy terminus of the polypeptide chain across the membrane. So in this figure, you can see this is the SRP, signal recognized particle, okay, ribosome, SRP receptor which are present in the ER lumen. The transmembrane sequence directly insertion to the of the polypeptide such that amino, okay, N terminal is exposed on the cytosolic side. Okay, the transmembrane sequence exits the translocon. Okay, transmembrane, this is transmembrane sequence exit to the translocon and anchor the protein in the lipid bilayer. Okay, this is the anchor the lipid into the bilayer. The remainder of the polypeptide chain is translocated into the ER and its translation proceed. Okay, so N terminal exposed to the cytosolic side and C terminal exposed to, into the ER lumen. Now in this figure, other internal transmembrane sequence are oriented to direct the transfer of amino terminal portion to the polypeptide across the membrane and continuous translation result in the protein that spans the ER membrane with its amino terminus, okay, in the lumen and C terminal into the cytosolic site. Okay, so here it is the C terminal. Okay, this is the C terminal and synthesize, okay, N terminal. Insertion of protein, this spans the membrane multiple times. Okay. So in this example, internal transmembrane sequencing result in insertion of the polypeptide chain with its amino terminals on the cytosolic side of the membrane. Translation proceeds until a second transmembrane sequence is encountered. Okay, so same it is in the transmembrane sequencing. Okay, SRP, then N terminal sequencing, SRP receptor, ribosome. Okay, this transmembrane sequencing. Once the translation proceeds, okay, until the second transmembrane sequence is encountered. So here it is the translation up to this. Okay, two transmembrane sequence are anchored into the lipid bilayer. Third transmembrane sequence. Okay, now the third transmembrane sequencing reopens the channel. Okay, this is a reopen, this is a block channel, translocon block channel. So the third transmembrane sequence reopens the channel and trigger the reinsertion of the polypeptide chain into the translocon and forming loop into the cytosol. Okay, this is forming the loop into the cytosol, and here the loop formation into the ER lumen. The process can be repeated many times, okay, resulting in the insertion of protein with multiple membrane spanning region. Okay, so post-translation insertion of protein with the C-terminal transmembrane sequence. Okay, so proteins with a transmembrane sequence, either carboxy C-terminal, are not recognized by the SRP because the C-terminal's transmembrane sequence does not exit the ribosome, okay, until the translation is completed. Once the translation entire completed, then the signal sequence is exit from the ribosome. So instead of this SRP, so TRC40 protein are recognized po-translationally by the targeting factor TRC40, which brings them to the GET1 and GET2 receptor, which are present in the ER membrane. Okay, they are inserted into the ER membrane with their short C-terminal domains on the cytosolic side. Okay, so entire protein, once the completed translation, okay, so entire proteins are transferred, okay, translocated into the insertion of ER lumen, and the C terminal exposed to the cytosolic side, and N terminal into the ER lumen. So this is all about the today videos, and you will get the today video notes in the description box. I hope this will help you and you enjoy it. Thank you.